that it is with sadness that I advise that the number of people who have died in this awful event has now risen to 50. As of last night, we were able to take all of the victims from both of those scenes, and in doing so, we have located a further victim. So that brings the number of those who have died to 50. I also want to say that the number of injured is also 50. 36 of those remain in Christchurch Hospital, where they are being treated with the utmost care and professionalism by medical staff. 2 do remain critical, and we also have 1 child being well looked after at Starship Hospital in Christchurch. In terms of the people that we've spoken about that have been arrested, as you know, the 28-year-old male appeared in court yesterday charged with murder and has been remanded till the 5th of April to appear in the High Court. You will also know that 2 other people were apprehended at a cordon during this operation, and a firearm was seized from them. Now, one of those persons, a woman, has been released without charge. The man in that vehicle has been charged with firearms offences. At this point, we do not believe that they were involved in these attacks. Some of you will also be aware that another man was arrested as a result of this investigation. What I can say is an 18-year-old man will appear in court on Monday, but that arrest was tangential to this matter, and we do not believe that he was involved in this attack either. Further to this, I can say, and you would have seen in media reporting, that a list of victims' names have been shared with family. Now, that list was compiled as a result of work done with victims and with senior religious leaders, and was done to give some certainty to victims' families. This is not a formal list, and we will be unable to share exact details of victims until they have been formally identified. That part of the investigation and response is continuing as quickly but as professionally as possible, and we will keep you updated. It's difficult to be conclusive, but my understanding is that even those that were killed outside that mosque were visiting the mosque.
And you said you've retrieved all the bodies. Have those been released to the families yet?
No, so that's where the process of what we have to do is determine the cause of death. So we've been working with pathologists and working with coroners and the chief coroner to complete that process. We have to be absolutely clear on cause of death and confirm their identity before that can happen, but we are so aware of the cultural and religious needs, so we were doing that as quickly and sensitively as possible.
So it's not possible to put a time on that?
No, but we are moving through that as professionally but as quickly as possible, because we absolutely feel for the victims of this tragedy.
Why the 4 people were arrested?
Those 2 police officers acted with absolute courage. I'm so proud of what they've done. They've prevented further deaths and again risked their own lives to do so. It's what police officers come to do every day, but at the same time it's my job to make sure that they have the equipment and the safety equipment to keep themselves as safe as possible.
How are they doing? Are they still working?
They are overwhelmed and humbled by the feedback that they are getting. If you ask them, they will tell you they were just doing their job.
What sort of ranking were they?
I'm not going to go into their identities, but they've been given given lots of support, but their identities will be made known at some stage.
Has the government's manifesto